Okay, we are live. Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Jimmy the Bag. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for Wednesday afternoon, August 29th. We just jump right off the plane of the Bash, come right back into do the first show that morning, and all of a sudden, we're already in football season. Jimmy the Bag, did you know I did the inaugural football daily betting shows, the new network that SBR is starting, right?
Beautiful, yeah. How'd it go?
I did the first show. Well, it went up. We actually had some technical issues with Joe Gavassi, so it was just me and Ian Cameron. Kind of fitting, though. Me and Ian Cameron kicking it off. I mean, that's really who it should be. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of messed it up a little bit. I said the show was called Presnip Reads. Presnip.
Presnip.
I didn't know. I thought it was called Presnip. They said, okay, Peter, here's the show. Here's what it's called. I'm like, okay, great. Presnip Reads. And then Ian Cameron's like, no, it's pre-snap.
What is a Presnip?
I don't know. They came up with the title. I thought they was like they did like extended analytics, and they were like, this is the search term. This is what we want to do, and these are the letters that we want to put on the screen, and this will make the millennials click on this shit. And I called it Presnip Reads.
I think it flows.
But then he later told. Do you think I just ruined my career with that?
No.
Pre-snap. I don't know what a pre-snap is. I was like, what? They were like, oh, it's before the snap. Oh, gosh. All right. Okay. But anyway.
Twadi Latte's joining us. I'm sure dealing with the hangover from Vegas. Says you're back to looking like an ISIS accountant.
Yeah, I am. Well, because this is my outfit that I wore I tried to look as nice as I could, with a 2-second wardrobe overhaul. And this is what, for the first Presnip Reads show, I wanted to look pretty good, and I did. I thought it went pretty well. It's going to be interesting. These guys are all putting their records on the line. Ian Cameron gave us a bunch of plays.
And so your show is college, CFL, and NFL.
Yeah, all in one. So I don't know how that's a lot to cover. You know what I'm saying? Not that I care, but it's just that it's going to be like, you know how these guys are. People are like, all right, what do you think about this football game? And they're like, let me tell you. And 15 minutes later, they're like, and that's my pick, and that's why I like it. You know what I mean? You can't have. We're going to have to have it. We're going to have Joe Gavassi and Ian Cameron and everyone.
Did you not mention brisk pace over and over again?
Well, because Joe Gavassi was out, it was okay, so I just let Ian Cameron talk. I mean, Ian Cameron loves to talk, and I love to hear him talk. He's very hip. It's a very hip. I forgot what it's like to do an interview with Ian Cameron. He's very hypnotic. It's the way he talks. Very authoritative. Extremely authoritative. He's like an authority. It's like if they made his voice sounds like it was created by artificial intelligence to be the most authoritative sports betting voice that you could possibly have.
You know whose voice impresses me the most?
Who's that?
Teddy Covers.
Yeah, he has it. Yes,
it just grabs me. It's very strong. You know what voice I would say is the weakest?
But I'm what?
Right here. My voice is I had the highest voice up until grade 7. It's still very soft. You hear me talk, you think I could fuck that guy up. Yeah. You do. I have the weakest fucking radio voice, but yeah, Teddy and Bobano.
Sometimes your strength is but I feel like Teddy still at least sounds like a human being. Like Bobano sounds like a friggin' Did you see that robot that they made, the first robot who has citizenship in Saudi Arabia? Did you see this?
Is this a robot that other people had sex with?
Yeah, it's a chick robot.
Okay.
It seems like they were like, all right, we don't need real human beings anymore in our videos. We need just a robot created by artificial intelligence to be the perfect analyst for sports betting on a video, and it seems like that's what Ian Cameron's voice is. And his hair, and his head.
Oh,
I love Ian Cameron.
He's got the whole package.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy's got the whole package. And we got a great group with us, man. Mr. Gogster's back, refreshed from...
Shout out to Mr. Gogster.
From our big party in Vegas. Kobe already giving us lineup information. I was very disappointed. Not Flush 16 back from Vegas. Wasn't it great? What a cool guy, man. A great family. And remember, you gave his daughter Bailey that very important life talk.
That's right. Huge shout out to Nutflesh 16. All I'm saying is that after a few of these shows, I would say about by mid-November, I'm gonna have the sickest Ian Cameron impression. I can feel it already welling up inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the sickest Ian Cameron impression you ever heard, and it might be so addictive, I might not be able to stop doing it.
Twadi Latte says Pete reminds me of my uncle who used to play Tickle Monster.
Yeah. Sure. I'm old school like that. You know what I'm saying? I have some old school sicknesses that are not going to be mental disorders of millennials. I have some old school sicknesses. Hell yeah.
Ayushia says, hey guys, Loshak, how often is your new show?
Well, let's tell them about it. I'm doing every Wednesday. Jimmy the Bag I'm doing every Wednesday covering everything. CFL, NFL, and college football. Now, I don't know how that's going to work out as far as time because we got an hour with 2 guests to cover everything, but we're going to do it. And Jimmy the Bag is doing NFL Fridays and Tuesdays, and Drew Martin is doing college football Mondays and Thursdays. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And tomorrow, both shows. We're going to have college football up on the board.
Yes.
Now, I mean, week one, you kind of want to tread lightly, but there's an enormous amount of work that needs to be done, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have done your pre-study for the year, and we're just going to hopefully get stronger and stronger and be able to wax more poetically as the season goes on. But I'm ready to get to work. I'm looking forward to see that Thursday card.
Yeah.
Also, that Friday card looks kind of soft, and we got Kyle Jack giving us his MAC expertise. And any of you guys who feel like you're an expert on a certain conference, I have written a bunch of guys down who are going to help us out, and we're going to need the help.
Yeah. So in the pre-snap reads show, I did wind up, I'm not going to track my plays in that show, but any play that I give in that show will, of course, go on my official record. And I did wind up giving Tulane at +6 -102 as an official pick. When I bet it was 6.5. After that, it went up to 7, which made me nervous. I got a bad line for my bet, but now it's down to 6. So I decided to give it at +6 -102. Of course, anyone who saw the IFBC segment that I was in, I am vaguely high on Tulane this year. I feel like it's this is a year where they will probably make or they're primed maybe to make a leap offensively under that coach. And so I gave it a +6. I don't like to bet against Clausen, which I talked about, but I did take him +6. And I also mentioned earlier I didn't make an official pick, but I did bet it. And I mentioned that I bet it. I took Western Michigan. That line has gotten bet down, but Ian Cameron made Syracuse -5 with the Greek line an official pick, so that's interesting. He's going directly head-to-head, although I haven't made that one an official pick yet, but he took Syracuse, Jim, just so you know.
Wow, and I'm writing these notes down as we say them because it's going to help me with my study. And good news.
Yep.
I'm adding a name to the list. My man, our man, DJ Big Boss. What a treat it was hanging out with him at the Big Bash. Says, I'm going in on the Mountain Western Conference.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm writing that in. DJ Big Boss, we're in business. Gas Station Sushi's on Sunbelt. Let me just write this down. So why don't you keep talking about college for 30
That
seconds.
is a great conference. How fun, Jim? I don't know if you caught in the college football segment when someone asked from the comment section, and Natalie read it out, and she was like, "What do you guys think of the Big Ten, top to bottom?" And we didn't have any comment, and I nailed it. I timed it perfectly. I said, good conference, solid conference, like it. Did you catch that part? Yeah. We were just sitting there. We didn't know what to say. It was great.
Oh, this is great. Right. Twatty Latte taking the ACC.
Oh, man.
Now, Twatty, that you're going to be a huge help.
Yeah.
We already have Caleb Ford on the ACC, but the more, the better. So, Twatty, ACC.
I'll tell you what's very important. The most important thing is to keep up to date with injuries. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because there's some teams that have a great depth, some teams that don't. Exhibit A, West Virginia, right? The starting 22 for West Virginia, awesome, elite, no depth though. Monitoring West Virginia's injuries is going to be huge. If they stay healthy for the first part of the season, they might be a good bet, heading into the later months. If they start getting hit with the injury bug, that's a team that's going to crash. West Virginia. So depth is very important. Monitoring the injuries are important. Especially in like the MAC, a lot of these guys have like one big defensive player, one big defensive lineman that keys everything. And if those guys go down, you always hear about the quarterbacks, you always hear about the running backs and the receivers and everything. But a lot of times, like, the centers, the offensive linemen, some nose tackle or a linebacker, it can be a little bit harder to, especially if there's like if it's not a season-ending injury, if it's just someone who's nicked up and might be out. Those things are important.
They're extremely important. Anil Frank says, love the Mountain West. So I'm going to put that note under,
Neil Frank says, Pete, repeat how Natalie said that question. She said, what do you think of the Big Ten, top to bottom? She has a very authoritative voice as well, but she sounds like...
You call it authoritative, I'd call it something else. But,
all right, so let's see. In the meantime, we are ignoring how things went in the afternoon, which was bad.
Very bad.
I had 3 losses on the KC game. Jim took Detroit first 5 innings, and I was just going to go with KC first 5 team total under, which lost, but then I wound up just losing my mind a little bit and taking Detroit first 5 and the first 5 under, which both lost. Fulmer got hit. What happened there, Jim? Do you want to quickly talk about that or just move on?
Well, no, I mean... Fulmer just got me in the worst conceivable way.
I guess he's not that good. Is he good or is he?
Is he going to pitch again this year?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go over his velocity numbers. Disappointing, and Duffy was throwing. I mean, it was 1-0 after the first inning, and I was like, okay, we're in business here.
That's what I thought too, Jim. I mean, all these people, they have their Excel spreadsheets, they have their models that they build in R and Python and shit. Me, I'm old school. I'm just like, I still have the sucks is awesome dichotomy. You bet against people and teams who suck. You bet on pitchers and teams who are awesome. Fulmer, does he suck or is he awesome? What's the deal?
Well, I mean, if you're looking at his year, so far when his velocity is what it has been throughout his career. He gets through the lineup twice very easily and struggles the third time.
Yeah, those are my handicapping factors. I have 2 handicapping factors, and they're basically related. Sucks and is awesome. I bet on teams that are awesome, bet against teams that suck. That's my process, and it served me well so far.
Our man Shadow says, I took a shot with Tulane money line running with you.
Yeah.
This is I'm very excited. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed. I'm certain that college football and NFL's arrival has been part of the reason why I'm having a great difficulty sleeping. Vital says, you guys knew Fulmer has played 20 games this season, has lost bettors $1,000 this year. He was awful when his velocity was down 4 miles an hour. When his velocity is ready to go, when it's at his career average, he's been lights out through 2 times.
And then, of course,
lineup.
on the other side of that was he was facing KC, so that's another, I wouldn't necessarily be looking to bet on him, against Boston and Fenway, but against KC at that park, I was willing to take a shot with it, and we did lose. There you go. Andy Marak says, hey, Pete, UFC 228 is a big card. Will we only get 1 day of MMA next week? Who knows, but we'll definitely get at least one Andy Marak, and Andy Marak, of course, sent us a bunch of plays last week, and 4 plays, official plays. I tailed them all, 3 of them cash, so Andy Marak has boosted his record up even a little bit further. And I'm hoping
offhand how high his units are?
No, it's about it's good though. It's excellent. It's excellent, and yeah, he had Vic against Gaethje was his 1 loser. The other 3 were winners. I tailed all 4 of them, which was great. And yeah, all right. So let's see other comments coming in, and then we will let's.
Dave LA cash with Royals. Not surprised. Very sharp in MLB. Rob Portwando parlayed that Oakland over with Cleveland over 9.5. Nice. I'm on Cleveland over 9.5. Mikey D joining us. Parlay Poppy in the house. They should have took Royals -1.5 instead of -1. Hey, still a very nice score. Oh wow. Squatty Latte says he feels Till has 0 chance of beating Woodley.
Okay.
UFC 228.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what I think. I think Till. Regular viewers of this show will know that I was talking about how good Till was when he was still fighting the prelims. And I never give preliminary picks, but there was one show where I was just like, listen, I have to give a preliminary pick here. This guy, Darren Till, and I said he's just going to keep steamrolling through people until he finally reaches the elite level that he is destined for. And he absolutely did. Now, though, I think and again, the last fight, all that money came in on him. It was crazy. And then money came back the other way. And, Woodley, yeah, I agree. I mean, this is really, he might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew here going up against Woodley. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Sorry,
Jim.
I was writing some notes down for getting all the guys, set up, and I'll have it perfectly set up tomorrow on my worksheets. I'm not leaving this office till late tonight, and I will have everything set up. But I know that Tomore's on Purdue. You're liking Tulane, and just for my notes, what did you say? What did you say Babano was on?
Well, I bet Western Michigan at +6. It's now down to 5.5 or 5. But Babano, I didn't give it as an official pick, but Babano did give Syracuse at -5 as an official pick. That was the line at the Greek, so he gave him that one. So, here, Kobe Valentine, Cleveland, Andrew Miller has been placed on the 10-day DL, so he's down again. Annie Marak says, get me through the end of my workday, please. I'm dying here, and I need my low back ramp to help me survive. Annie Marak, you've earned that and some with your awesome MMA picks that you've been sending in. Let's see, anything else that you want to shout out, Jim, before we get to the rest of the MLB card today?
Kobe says he will have his NCAA plays tomorrow. We'll be capping them late tonight. I'm excited.
Very
a new
interesting
season
to see what
gives
Kobe
new
Valentine
hope.
has to say about that.
Nut Flush 16 went 9 for 11 in Vegas with the thanks to the boys and girls of this show. 9 for 11.
Well, I mean, we did on Sunday. We killed it. All the low-hanging fruit plays on Sunday killed it, and even the plays that I didn't bet. Yeah, I should have bet more. All the plays, I can't even remember what they were, but they all killed it on Sunday, which was very nice.
Yes. No, it was good. It was sharp. I just, I had a difficult time balancing the partying and the hanging out with people because that's what I wanted to do the most. I wanted to go out to places with our low baggers, and that's what meant the most to me. And then we had these 9 a.m. shows every fucking morning. It was a difficult balance. I
mean, I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to go hang out with some local BBW talent, but I just didn't have the time. I had to prepare for college football. I had to prepare for hosting the Sportsbook in the industry segment or whatever it was. But there's some nice BBW talent in Las Vegas, and I had to pass on it.
If you look
you
hard
have no
enough,
clue what BBW
of course
means.
I do. Big. Come on, man. You know I slap ass.
All right, so here we go. Any other comments you will want to shout out, and then we will.
Yeah, why don't we let M Fam and Franco roll us into today's card? Frank O, who is hooking you up with the beautiful Paris. We don't know if she's BBW.
I wonder how B she is. Something tells me she's a little bit B, maybe more than a little bit B. All right.
Can we start MLB with Boston first? And Pete, you like the parlay Red Sox, Yankees, Indians, Cards, money line.
Well, let me review all the picks that we gave. Here are Jim's official picks from the morning
and I'm down a unit from the early day.
Jim is on Texas -1. That came to +226. Cleveland -1, that's -132. That's a pick I gave, wound up being a birthday pick, and Jim, I think, somewhat wisely tailed that one. Milwaukee, Cincinnati, first half under 5, -115, and Cleveland, Minnesota, over 9.5, -129. Those are all of Jim's picks. These are my picks from the morning show as follows. Cleveland, first half team total over 3. Miami, Boston, second half over 4. Arizona, second half money line -125. Arizona, San Francisco, under 7.5, -115. That line is not moved. Makes me a little bit nervous. Seattle, oh no, that's okay. Cleveland, -1, -132. That's a birthday pick. I did take a shot with Miami, -1. That came to +444. Miami, -1, +444. Toronto, Baltimore, first 5 innings, over 4.5, -125, despite the fact that Eddings is the home plate ump. And Baltimore, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, +110. Texas -1 as well. Milwaukee, second half, -145. Pittsburgh, second half, +100. And Pittsburgh, St. Louis, under 8, -112. That line did move down a half run. And that's it for me. Leans that I got are Baltimore -1. That line has moved actually in the other direction, which is kind of interesting. That's definitely a lean. Baltimore -1. Let's see. Pittsburgh +1 at about even money. That would definitely be a lean for me. And maybe Minnesota, Cleveland, first 5 innings over 5.5 as well. That would be a lean for me. And I'm also I didn't put this in there. And Philly -1. I did bet that one on the overnight line, and that one has moved up. I don't know if someone's out for Washington, but clearly a market line move in favoring Philly. I did bet that one on the overnight line. I got a good number, and I might throw it on here as an official play as at the worst number. In the morning, it was +116 on the -1 line. Now it'd be considerably worse. Now it'd be probably like 105 or something like that. But I might throw that one on anyway. And those are all the picks and leans. Jimmy the Bag, what's been coming in?
A lot's been coming in. I do need to mention one college football note because I think it's very sharp. Zach Kenkel saying Kinnick Stadium is going to be in horrible condition from the storm. Grab the under in Iowa and IU. Both teams will struggle to pass the ball here.
Zach Kenkel, hell yeah.
That's a very
helpful as hell comments.
Very
there you
helpful.
Go. Under in Northern Illinois, Iowa. All right, we'll look into that one.
Okay, yeah, and I've got.
And Harper is out. That's why. Okay, there you go. Harper's out for Washington. That's
yes,
why.
I'm not making that move that I was thinking about with the Nats, and I didn't bet it. There was a very interesting note, and I can't remember if it's from Homer or Kobe, talking about how hard Peralta has been hit lately. It's interesting to read that stat. And I do definitely want to break down the Braves game. We didn't hammer it too hard. But, he lost consecutive starts, but he shut this Reds team down. Peralta. Now, I know after losing consecutive starts, I like what I see from him. I know he throws 90, but I was surprised to read how hard he was being hit, 95-mile-per-hour average exit velocity. Does that stat surprise you?
What, that he was getting hit that hard, Peralta? No, not at all, because Peralta has a weird delivery. There have been some articles written about it. He's obviously great at what he does, but there's an element of trickery to it that these guys with machine learning and analytics can make adjustments to. And I was thinking about I think Peralta's going to be a little bit iffy here. I did take Milwaukee second half. I'm not sure how Harvey's going to do, but I would be leaning Cincinnati -1 on the full game, and maybe Cincinnati on the first 5 innings team total over to hit Peralta. I'm not exactly sold on Peralta right now.
That's concerning because I'm on the first 5 under 5.
Yeah.
What was the line movement on that?
On the game or the total?
No, on the total.
On the total in the Cincinnati game. Let's see. Cincinnati. A modest move to the over. Opened at 9 -105 on both sides. Now it's up to 9 -120 at Pinnacle. Heritage actually jumped to 9.5. So small, not huge, but significant for sure move to the over on that one.
Yeah, that's concerning. I don't like what I'm seeing there at all. I don't like hearing that information there about the exit velocity on Peralta because I guess I just you're trying not to read one stat and give it too much credence, and I think that's what I did with that start he had last Wednesday against this squad. I am ready to add plays.
All right, I'm adding a play as well. I am going to add Philly. I bet it on the overnight line. Harper's out, so I'm going to get a worse line here, but I'm definitely going to add Philly. The money line is -1. The money line is -138, and the run line for Philly will be as soon as this page refreshes. Philly -1, -138, and the run line here. Just 1 second, Jim. Will be plus 140, so that's almost even money. In the morning, I could have gotten plus 116. Obviously, a big move in favor of Philly, and I'm throwing it on. All right, what would you like to add, Jim?
Before I add in my 3 plays, I just want to make sure in a spot where everybody's kind of watching that we mentioned this. There's an SBR Pro family member who is at the SBR Bash named Big Day, and he puts a lot of energy and care into what we do, and it means a lot to us. And he got ill just recently, and he's fighting a medical condition. He's in the hospital in Vegas, and if you could just send positive energy, send some prayers, and send some love to Big Day. And Big Day, if you are watching right now, just know that we care about you very much. And
he is a great guy. I've known him for a long time. I actually saw him at the Bash. Our inside joke is like every time I see him, I tell him that I'm more and more jealous of him in his life. Just a great human being, good-natured. Just a wonderful person. I don't know if you met him. He looks like he's like a big, beefy, blonde guy, and just a family man. Just a great guy. Just a great guy. I was very surprised to hear that news. And yes, we're all praying for you, Big Day. Hopefully everything will be okay. And yeah, I guess there's nothing much more to say.
There's nothing much more to say other than we're just sending him our prayers and our love. And I just wanted to make sure that was said at an important time.
Thank you very much for remembering that, Jim.
Okay, my first play that I'm adding is Pirates at Cardinals under.
Oh, I took that one in the morning show, didn't I?
You did.
Yes.
You did. Trevor Williams, Miles Mikolas. We broke this game down. Williams has looked very good lately. Now he struggled against the Cards. That's a concern, but he's just looking so good that I'm going to trust him here. Can we put a line through Mikolas' start in Colorado?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's going to be. It doesn't mean he's not going to slump going forward. But I don't think that the Coors start is terribly indicative of much.
I hope that's the case. I hope that is the case. So I'm gonna jump on this full game under. I know that there's been a market move towards the Pirates.
Not really. Towards the Pirates. Okay, yeah.
But no, that total's really stayed in its place,
which is a little bit concerning. With these starting pitchers, I would have expected. I was thinking of tweeting this one out because I thought I bet it on the overnight line at 8, and I thought for sure this one is going to be a 7.5, but it's not.
Parlay Poppy saying been making so much cash on cards and unders and pit and unders. Scared Williams is going to get smashed. Yeah. Mikolas might as well.
And I'm scared just because I would have expected this one to be, if the under was a good player, I would have expected Pinnacle to be at, 8.5 minus 132, and most of the rest of the market at 7.5, which is not actually what has been going on here.
And so Twatty Latte says Trevor Williams is bad at throwing baseballs to the Cardinals.
Yeah, so that's why I also took Pittsburgh on the second half at plus 100. If Williams does get hit, I like Pittsburgh to come back later, but, it's... I don't like the way the market has responded to this, Jim, and I'm not going to take it back. But I feel like, especially since Bookmaker has 7.5 minus 120 on the over, I'm very tempted to just hedge out of it right now and take 7.5 minuse 120 and hope it lands on 8. But what do you want to do here, Jim?
Well, so then we're going to put a line through Mikolas, right? We're also, I guess, putting a line through Williams' last 7 starts. Is that what we're doing? 4 runs. He's allowed 4 runs in 42 innings.
What happened?
Williams' last 4 starts, he's allowed 4 runs in the last 42 innings.
Williams has allowed 4 runs in his last 42 innings?
Yeah.
4 runs in his last 42 innings for Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's not that good.
No, I'm not saying he's that good, but don't we think that it's possible, it's very possible that he's capable of having a big
I know. I mean, all things being equal,
sure, he's a regression candidate, but
no. If Twate Latte is saying Trevor Williams smoke and mirrors, that weighs very heavy. Oh,
well, we know that he throws 90.
I know. Oh man, I don't like this under, Jim. I'm starting to think maybe I should take this one back. Man, Jimmy the Bag. I don't like this under anymore, Jim. But I'm liking maybe Pittsburgh St. Louis first 5 innings maybe. Or the St. Louis first 5 team total over. I'm liking my play on Pittsburgh second half at plus 100. I have a feeling they might be down. I might pull this one, Jim. I might pull my totals bet here. I'm just looking around here. The thing is that Mikolas, Mikolas has been so reliable all season long. He could easily, so that even if Williams does get hit, maybe it's 6-0 after the first 5 innings and the game goes under anyway. You know what I mean?
on. Really? Is that? I mean, this guy. Yeah, has had a bad career against the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've already made the bet, but I guess I won't make it a play here in the show.
I mean, do whatever you want, Jim. I'm just telling you what I honestly believe here. What I honestly believe. I'm just telling you what I honestly believe, Jimmy the Bag.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this.
I mean, I'm not gonna pull my actual bets.
I'm not gonna pull my bet either, but I won't make the play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wish that we had gone over that more before I made that goddamn bet, and I could have.
I mean, you might have a winner here, Jim. It's just that, like, it's just like with this situation, I've seen this so many times that when I tend to be on the right side of these kinds of plays, the market moves in the way that I bet on the overnight line, and it really hasn't, which is just a little bit concerning. And now you got Tuate Latte coming in here saying that Williams is smoke and mirrors, that he's bad at throwing baseballs, blah 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 blah.
Bad throwing baseballs at the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Elio Rodriguez has the Cards win 5-3.
Mm-hmm. All right, that would be a nice little bailout right there.
Julian Toscano says his velocity shouldn't matter; it's deception and placement.
Yeah.
Franco says, Pete, you take the Indians over at 10 or lay off?
I took the Indians' first 5 team total over, and I took Indians -1. As far as the full game total is concerned, yeah, I'd have a lean to the over, but I don't really want it. I don't totally trust Minnesota's lineup with that high of a total. I'm just sticking with the first 5 innings team total over for Cleveland. In Cleveland -1, 2 solid plays, and that's it. That's what I should have done with the Detroit game. Just stuck with the first 5 team total under, and if Fulmer gets hit, just eat the loss. But I went 3 ways. I'm okay with
maybe you guys, maybe my enunciation is a little slow with this lack of sleep, but it's Big Day.
Yes.
Not Big Dave. Those are 2 different cappers whom we both love. It's Big Day that is ill and that we're praying to. I mean, feel free to pray to both, but it's Big Day that is who we're really sending our thoughts for. So Big Day.
Yes.
Okay, well, here is a play I am going to back, and I don't care if Longoria is not in the lineup. I am going to take the Giants' first 5 here and back Derek Rodriguez. I agree with what Noster was saying earlier, that Zach Godley's 1+ pitch is not always working for him. And when you leave your bat on your shoulders and his curveball isn't hitting the strike zone, he's very easy to hit.
Yeah.
And Derek Rodriguez has been lights out at home. I'm going to take Reef New York City says Pete, your over is fine there.
Which one?
I believe he's talking. Oh, I don't know because you're not on your Indians. You didn't.
No,
take
I'm on
that's
first
me.
5. Yeah, first 5 team total over, which I definitely like that one. And yeah, all right. So I'm just looking.
Okay, so I'm going to take Giants first 5 here. Giants have taken 8 of 10 from the D-backs. Now D-backs have been scoreless for the last 23 innings against Giants pitching. I'm not expecting that to continue. But I love the way Rodriguez looks at home. And I trust him. Godley being roughed up, 11 runs, 15 hits in the last 10 innings in his last 2 starts. I know that these Giants have seen a lot of him. Rodriguez hasn't lost since June 9th. In that 13-game run, 12 starts, 1 out of the pen. He's gone 5-0 with a 1.82 ERA. Mr. Gokser says I'm on Giants first 5, and I am on Giants first 5 as well.
All right, let's see where the line is. In the morning, it was about -105. Let's see where that line is right now. Let's see, San Francisco.
I can get better than that now.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Heritage has 100. Whoa, bet online 102. And I'm going to check Pinnacle for you. Maybe you'll get even better than +102. Let's see what Pinnacle has right now for the Giants here. Whoa, +109. Jimmy the Bag, look at that. San Francisco first half money line +109. Yeah, a big move in favor of Arizona. Why would that be?
I think when Longoria was announced to not be in the lineup, that would be my guess. Elio Rodriguez is on Giants first 5 in as well. Let's see. Tomore's on the over San Francisco, Arizona. I think San Francisco knows Godley. I think Rodriguez will regress. Arizona has seen him.
Now, I'm looking at this. I don't mean, sorry to beat a dead horse here, but this line has moved in Pittsburgh's favor. Now, does that mean that they think Pittsburgh is going to hit Mikolas, or that Williams is going to be have a decent start against St. Louis?
Clearly, they're looking at how Williams has looked. I shouldn't say clear. I don't. But I think they're looking at Williams' recent production because he's looked very good. You just have to. Now, there's 2 things to look at, and what stat is more important? You probably shouldn't have a stat that's more important. Is his last 7 days? Last 7 games more important than his career against the Cardinals? That's the question. To me, it scared me enough to not make it an official pick. And if I could, I probably wouldn't have made that bet.
Well, it's possible that we could cash anyway. Sometimes when you make a negative EV bet, you do still sometimes cash. I made that bet as well. I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it, but who knows? Who knows how it'll all turn out, Jimmy the Bag. All right, what else do we want to get to here?
There was going to be one more addition, and I want to talk it off. Oh, and Gokster says I would be on Giants full game. Not sure how many Giants will put up. Wow. A. Martin says definitely want to lick the bag's bag. A. Martin 788-9123. Does that sound like a woman or a man to you?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just got confused by the Seattle-San Diego game.
Sure. I also got confused by that comment.
Yeah.
So we're both sitting here confused. Devon McDonald, Blue Jays first half and full game. Now, I was emptied in Vegas, so I'm still pretty good. But I'm getting chalked up. Rocky Manichetti says, I like that, Jimmy. I won the exact play in Vegas on Friday night with the Giants. Parlay Poppy says, Trevor Williams has low strikeout rate. May take a prop on under Williams strikeout. Okay. Aaron Martin. So there's an A. Martin who wants to lick my bag, and there's an Aaron Martin
who wants to what's going on here now? Let me see.
Wow. So there's an Aaron Martin that fades me, and an A. Martin that wants to lick my bag. Very interesting stuff.
I fade the bag's picks faster than Paris fades out after Loshak roofies her. And laughing my ass off. I don't need a roofie. Apparently she's already in love with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm feeling?
Okay, let's talk Blue Jays Orioles. We've already seen that Aaron McDonald is on these Jays. Sorry, Devon McDonald, my fault. Already seen that he's on these Jays. Game time, 92 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out. We talked about it's going to feel like 100 degrees, and which pitcher is going to handle that better, Baraki or Cobb? The Orioles smashed the lefty yesterday. I know their numbers are bad against lefties, 236, 55 OPS, but it feels like I trust Cobb more in this situation than Baraki. How big is the line movement gone in the Jays' favor?
Yeah, it was definitely. I mean, nothing crazy, but definitely eye-popping and eye-opening. How much has gone in the Jays' favor? Well, of course, the Jays opened as a big favorite. Then there was a huge line move in favor of Baltimore. Now they're up about, what was it in the morning? Baltimore was like minus 110. Now they're about plus 100. So about a 10-cent move back the other way in favor of Toronto.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. Aaron Martin, funny. He says, I'm busting balls. Y'all best show on YouTube. There we go.
Oh, hey? Hell yeah. Well, now we go.
There we go. Much love, Aaron Martin. I don't know how much I love for A. Martin who wants to lick my balls, but Aaron Martin coming full circle in a matter of minutes.
Jim, because any time someone mentions like losing picks, it's not fun.
Hey,
it's not
we all
funny.
know.
It's not
we
funny.
all know.
If
you faded every MLB bet I made all year, you'd be looking pretty, man. There's nothing I can say, Aaron Martin. I'm disgusted. It's keeping me up at night. It breaks my heart. But what can I do?
When people bust your balls for something negative like that, like it is funny, but it's just so frustrating.
But it's just facts. It's just facts. I'm getting killed, and the one thing that's paramount to us, actually two things. The two things that are paramount to Peter and I are honesty, accountability, and respecting the cappers on our chat who give us the best. They give us great info, expertise, and friendship. Man.
Yeah. All right. So this is a tough card here, Jimmy the Bag.
Well, let's stay with this Cobb Baraki start. You've made a play on this game?
Well,
at all?
yeah. I mean, I bet Baltimore -1 on the opening line, so I got a good number relative to where it is now. But it's moved in Toronto's favor. I bet the first 5 innings over 4.5, and I made that one an official pick. And I bet the Baltimore first 5 innings team total over 2.5, and I made that one as an official pick as well. Baltimore -1, I bet it, but I did not make that one as an official pick. But it is in my liens column, and now it's gone the other way, favoring Toronto. So I'm not exactly sure what to think. All of these, except for Cleveland -1 and the Cleveland first 5 team total over, this entire card is making me nervous. I got the under in the Arizona-San Francisco game, which, again, similar to the St. Louis game, I would have expected that line to get bet down, but it hasn't. So that one makes me nervous. I have Arizona second half, which I'm okay with. I have the under in Pittsburgh, St. Louis, which makes me nervous. Pittsburgh second half, I'm okay with. I have, let me see. I took Texas -1. Jim's on that one. Makes me nervous. I have Cleveland first 5 team total over and Cleveland -1. Both of those don't make me nervous. I'm fine, even if they lose. Milwaukee second half -145 makes me a little nervous, but I'm basically okay with it. Thinking about taking Cincinnati first 5 team total over and Cincy -1. And then my Baltimore plays make me nervous. Washington, Philly, I threw on Philly -1 -1, which I'm okay with, but it makes me a little bit nervous. Then I got Boston second half over. That one is already off, but that one makes me nervous. Miami -1. Obviously, I'm just trying to go for a big score there. That one makes me nervous. This card is, I probably should have just been like Cleveland -1, my only play of the entire card. One pick, bam, we're done.
Show over.
Yeah.
Kobe Valentine says, I like Baltimore to put the Jays out of their misery. Cobb has a 2 ERA in his last 3 starts. Barucki sucks on the road. Tomor on the other side. I don't trust Cobb against bad teams. He got up for big games. Not sure he's focused here. I know for a fact that Cobb is disgusted with his numbers this year. He talks about it nonstop. He keeps talking about the back of a baseball card. What is the back of his baseball card this year? And he's disgusted with the amount of money he's getting paid and the numbers that are going to be on the back of his baseball card. I think he finishes off the year strong. I've been waiting for him to turn it around for weeks and weeks and weeks. You all know I lost money on him waiting for it to turn around. I think that's the play, and I'm going to make it. Parlay Poppy, sprinkling a little team total over. Orioles first 5, 2.5. Juicy Toast has got the over in this game. Gary Avery says, Jimmy, make sure you shave your nuts and dust the root. And that's also good information. That's also important information. So in saying all that, and DJ Big Boss says Bridgewater to the Saints. What y'all think? I think.
Great! I think that's a great. Are you kidding? We actually talked about that with Ian Cameron.
Yeah.
The Saints have a very deep roster, a quality roster. Breeze is obviously good, but there's no depth at quarterback. And I think I don't know exactly how long it'll take for Bridgewater to get acclimated to everything. But if I was that coach, I'd even pull Breeze in some games and give Bridgewater a bunch of snaps. I think it's a great pick. And I'm now even higher on the Saints in terms of their spreads going forward.
I like it a lot too. I like it a lot too. Parlay Poppy, what do you think of this? Betting on Baltimore, simply like doubling down on blackjack. Once, okay, nice win. Twice, okay, time to walk away.
Yeah.
Thrice in a series sweep, you're out your damn mind.
I mean, this one is as much a fate of Barucki as it is. He's coming off a good start, but it was at home. Now he's going on the road. It's not a great spot to be in for him as the kind of pitcher that he is. So this is as much of a fade of Barucki as it is a play on Baltimore. Obviously, I'd rather be having a better lineup if I'm looking to fade him, but I'm okay with what I did.
I'm going to jump on the Orioles here as well. Brant Hunt, though, says, I got the Saints to win the division, the NFC, and the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Wow. Okay. All right, so what do you want here, Jim?
I want Orioles, just full game money line.
The Orioles full game money line. All right, the best line right now has come back a little bit. Bookmaker plus 101, so we'll give you that one. So Jim's on Baltimore money line plus 101. I mean, I wouldn't be disagreeing with that one. If I was going to take this one, I would definitely take it on the -1 line because I do think that with Baltimore involved, you're always looking at big volatility. They're either losing 7-zip or winning 12-5. This is a very interesting game.
Yeah.
Why would the line now be moving back in Toronto's favor?
Orioles haven't swept a team in a series all season. I mean, I simply put, I don't know. Maybe they think Cobb playing his career in a dome might not be comfortable in 100 degrees. Barucki's from Illinois. I mean, how used is he to 100 degrees? It's more about which pitcher can handle that better.
How's Toronto's lineup right now, Jim?
We talk about them often.
A lot, yes.
And when I look at these guys, I think, God, that is an awful lineup, but they're hitting. They got McKinney leading off, Gurriel, Smoke, Morales, and now Morales will probably start slumping after that huge stretch of 7 straight games with homers. Grichuk's hitting, Pilar, Russell Martin, Diaz, and Devin Travis on the 9. I mean, when I look at the lineup, it is better than Baltimore's lineup. VR, Gentry, Mancini, Jones, Davis, Beckham, Nunez, Andrioli, and Wins. I mean, the Toronto does have a better lineup today. But I think there's a big advantage with Cobb at home against Barucki. Reef, New York City says Orioles sweep tonight. Julian Toscano says Orioles sweep tonight. Let's do it.
I hope they do because I bet them. All right, let's see. What else are we looking at here? Milwaukee.
Yeah, those are my additions. That's
only other play I'm thinking about throwing on Cincinnati first 5 team total over at 2 -140. I'm thinking about throwing on Cincinnati -1. I'm already on Milwaukee on the second half. That the Atlanta Braves Rays game is an interesting one that people were talking about. We'll get to that in a bit. Man, this Dodgers Texas game is so interesting. We both took Texas, Jim. I was leaning under first half under and maybe even second half under here. The Pittsburgh St. Louis game, we know the deal with that. Arizona San Francisco, I took Arizona second half and the under on that one. All right, hopefully I come out with this one card okay. Any other comments coming in?
Yeah, Philip Galvin is on the Giants money line tonight. Parlay Poppy says Cobb, historically he's not been hit too hard by these Jays. William Toscano says D-backs will win the overall hitting in this game. Yeah, Red Girl says, Jimmy, you saw him. Red Girl, I have to pull your tweet out. Then is my only way to go over. So I can do that right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me see. All right, I'll get to some.
Gas Station Sushi loves the Rays money line.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about that Ottawa. What's wrong with it?
Nutflush16 says, did beat cash on the MILF hunt at IFBC? No, Nutflush16. I just had no time. You know what I'm saying? They put me on the college football panel. They put me interviewing all the bookmakers. I had to do Loshak and the Bag shows. I just had no time to go hunting for MILFs and all that stuff. I would have loved to. I would have loved to do that, Nutflush16. All right, let's see. Other comments coming in. Yeah, Parlay Poppy loves the Cleveland team total over first 5. I love this one. Any first 5 team total over that I'm taking at 3 is not necessarily something I love, but I definitely like it. Other comments that I'm looking here. Gas Station Sushi loves the Rays money line. Yes, the line has moved in the Rays' favor. Tom says Saints have a great offensive line, and Peyton is a good offensive coach, good setup for a young QB. And on top of that, he has no pressure. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to come in and be the man. He just has to come in and do whatever is asked of him while Breeze and the rest of the team carries it. Yeah, I think it's a great match, Bridgewater, with this Saints team.
These are Red Girls props, which he's been so excellent with and hitting at such a high rate. Ronaldo Lopez, strikeouts over 4.
Ronaldo Lopez? Who the hell is that?
White Sox pitcher.
Oh, for the White Sox. Oh, right. See, we didn't even talk about that game at all. I'm just passing on that game. So she likes
Ronaldo Lopez strikeout over, and Harvey strikeouts over 5. I like both of those. Yeah, why don't we hammer? Lucas Duda has been traded to the Braves. Trumbo will have season-ending knee surgery. Interesting. And Brewers Reds will be delayed due to weather.
Okay. And someone said that he liked Tampa Bay. There has been we haven't talked about the Yankees game. We haven't talked about the Atlanta-Tampa Bay game.
Let's do that. Let's hammer these
Big
both.
line move in favor, modest line move in favor of Tampa Bay. They opened in the plus 130s. Now they're down into the plus 120s. Newcomb, of course, when he's on his game, he's lights out like Snell. When he's off his game, he gets hit hard. And Tampa Bay, just a quality team overall in general. This guy Castillo is going to be giving 1 or 2 innings, and he's been very good in that position this year so far recently. So I was thinking maybe a shot with the old no score in the first inning, and maybe a shot with Tampa Bay -1. Can they pull out a win here? Maybe Tampa Bay second half as well. What do you think, Jim?
Yes, let's break that down. Before I do, I just want to parlay Poppy's props. He's got Price over 6 strikeouts.
Okay, well, that one is already off the board.
You're right. Yeah, just started 10 minutes ago. Just started. Too bad. And before I do break this game down here, Alejandro Blanco says you would kill the MILFs in Puerto Rico, Pete. The stash gives you the edge.
Yes. See, that's the thing. In Puerto Rico, they like to have a good time. They're not hipsters and shit. They'll be like, who's that guy who has the balls to walk around with a stash like that? I want to fuck him right now. That's what they would say, and I would. We should do a show in Puerto Rico, baby.
Austin Geis says, are we not doing birthday picks anymore? It's my birthday, Pete. Where's my pick? Well, first off, Austin Geis, happy birthday. Much love from all the low baggers. And the birthday pick is...
I don't know whether if 2 people request a birthday, I think there's just one birthday pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Austin Geis already been given Cleveland -1. I'm very glad I don't have to give a second one, because if I did have to give a second one, I'm really not sure which one I would give. But Cleveland -1, that is a birthday pick. And since I took my vacation and came back, I'm 2-0 on the birthday picks. Hoping to go 3-0 here. I like it. I think it's solid. Jim's on that one as well. And that's the birthday pick, which was already given out.
My question is this. Oh, Bill Butler's joining us. Man, we miss you, pal. Thank you for joining and keep preparing. Thank you for your hard work. Everybody puts in so much work for this show. It's it's just the reason why this show is special. And Parlay Poppy says Lopez pitched a gem to the Yankees a few weeks ago. So
I'm really not sure. I mean, there's a reason we didn't talk about that game, because I'm just staying way off it.
I'm sorry that I hit that.
No, I just don't know what to think.
Now, my thought with this Rays, how long, and I say this all the time, and if you've been fading the Rays all year, you're way down. But Rays, how long can they keep throwing these bullpen days until it hurts them? When they do 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row. I mean,
sorry, hey Jim, can you handle this show for the next 5 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Nostra Tota just hit me up with a couple of minor league plays that I'm going to tail right now.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to miss this at all. And if you want me to take over while you let me get my plays in first.
No, get it.
Because I have seniority. No, I'm kidding around.
Get it.
Let me see. All right, I'm tailing.
Game time temp in Atlanta, 84 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing in very softly. No issue. Atlanta's 9-5 win last night. Snapped the Rays' 8-game winning streak. Castillo look good in 39 innings, 41 Ks, 3 and 2, 3.23 ERA. Newcomb has been given an additional day of rest between his most recent starts, and it seems to have helped. After giving up a combined 12 runs in successive starts, Newcomb was given 5 days rest through 6 shutout innings against the Marlins. He's made 1 appearance against the Rays on April 8th, 6 shutout innings. Braves the Rays versus lefties, and the Braves are against righties is a wash right now. I feel, John Garcia, Syracuse -6.
What's $2.80 times 3? That's
$5.68.
$8.40. There you go. I'm tripling up on this bitch. Nashville.
I would have had that perfectly, but I haven't been sleeping, Pete.
Go ahead.
And I'm thinking slower and messing up words. Probably Poppy says Rays are also crushing lately. Anil Frank says Braves shit on the Rays late yesterday. Ayushi is on White Sox, Yankees under, and we'll get to that in a second. And Austin Geist also wants a birthday pick from Nosta. Very funny. Listen, I'd like the Braves here, but it just, you lose money fading these Rays, and I'm not going to do it. Tomor says Rays could have made a move for the wild card, but they need to add bats. Cheap team. Yeah, I mean, we know how they handle things. Interesting. Tomer says Rays are a top 5 team in MLB ERA. Offense just isn't consistent. I'm not going to fade the Rays here, but I would. I think that they can't keep, abusing this bullpen. They can't just keep abusing this bullpen. But I'm not.
Mind handling the show for another 2 minutes or so? I'm thinking of doing a little bit of an if thing here.
We're going to move over to this White Sox Yankees. I'm not going to make a play on that Braves game. It just doesn't make financial sense to fade this scrappy Rays team. Although I feel like this is the spot to do it. Let's talk Lopez Sabathia. Game time temp 92 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing out to left center 9 miles an hour. Yankees have won 9 of 11. White Sox are 10-4 in their last 14 games. Both teams are playing well. Lopez 4-9. 4.66 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. He's 0-4 with a 6.70 ERA in his last 9 starts, but that best start in that stretch was against the Yankees on August 7th. He allowed 1 run, 4 hits, 7 innings, and the Yankees ended up winning in 13. But his last start, 2 runs, 4 hits, 5 2/3. It wasn't bad against the Tigers. Sabathia has nice numbers, 19-6, 3.73 ERA in 36 career starts against Chicago. Struck out 12 in that August 7th game when he was up against Lopez. 12 in 5 2/3 against these White Sox. White Sox don't hit lefties hard. Yankees hit righties hard. It's I just feel like the Yankees are, such huge favorites, and the way to make money is to fade them, and I don't want to do it here. Neil Frank says White Sox lineup not looking great, but I still like the full game over. And Gas Station Sushi, back to the last game, says take the Rays.
Take the Rays is what Gas Station Sushi says.
Kobe Valentine says Yanks win 6-1 over the White Sox, in my opinion. Tomor says Sabathia isn't a -250 pitcher. Lopez has struggled on the road, though. CC doesn't pitch deep, and Yankees bullpen's been inconsistent. John Garcia says Jimmy Giolito has been profitable in the second half. Of course he has, because I haven't been on him enough in the second half. I was waiting for it all season, and hopefully I can, take him to the bank next year.
All right, I'm almost going to be back with you, Jim. I'm just going to do one other thing here, and
Reef New York City says Yankees crush. Stanton hits tonight. That hit Stanton had in, I think, the 8th inning last night. It was just a single over to right center, but 112 mile an hour exit speed, exit velocity, and he didn't go for the home run. And I agree, it was a good sign. It was a good sign. DJ Big Boss taking Yankees run line. I'm not going to. My man Teddy B here says Tulane team total over.
Tulane team total over. Yes.
Jonathan Bank, QB for Tulane, looking real good before he got hurt last year. Coming out with Tulane's offense will score. Team total over Tulane.
Yes, I like Tulane. I bet that one. I also did bet the over, but I haven't been talking about that one. The line hasn't moved much, like 56 or so. But yes, I like the Tulane team total over, absolutely. And, a lot of times in football, these team totals can have much better value. Bobano talked about the KC Chargers game, right? He likes the Chargers -3, and he also likes the over. But I said to him, probably a much better play, just in case variance goes against you or you're a little bit off on one of your analysis. Just take the Chargers team total over, and that's probably a much better play. Yes, I definitely like the Tulane team total over as well. I like Tulane +6. I like the over a little bit. I did bet that one. Haven't talked about it, but I definitely like the Tulane team total over. No question about that. Also, check out what Bobano told me in the pre-snap in the press Presnip Reed's show. He said that he did his research and he heard that there was some dissension, and some conflict on the defensive side of the ball in Wake Forest training camp. That they're not cohesive and that they're having problems defensively.
Very interesting.
So they're going up against a team that's on the rise offensively with a coach with some life to it. Yeah, I think that's a great play. Tulane team total over. I'm going to be on that one myself. Jimmy the Bag, I recommend you take that one as well.
I think it's a great play.
Yes.
Just hearing you guys break it down. Now, I do need to put a little more time into it, but I've got it copied and pasted right here. Lamont Williams, such an asset to our team here, says, Pete and Jimmy, you guys in the chat are so cool. And my family, I'm waiting on. So he says, tomorrow, football, my picks are in for today. Can't wait to have you here tomorrow with us. And then Twatty Latte says, Pete looks too sharp today to make fun of.
Thank you very much, Twate Latte. That's a guy who's, he's tough but fair, right? He'll say that I live in a treehouse when I look like I live in a treehouse, but when I look sharp, he's fair, and he says, Loshak looks sharp today, right? And he's going to say, Loshak, I'm not going to make any treehouse jokes because that's not how he looks today. Yeah. Shout out to Twate Latte. Tough but fair.
He was so much fun to hang out with, and we're going to do this again very soon. Maybe we should just get a little party down here in Costa Rica.
Hell yeah.
Get a little low-bag party down here in Costa Rica. Why don't we think about pulling that off? Al Mack says, New York Red Bulls -1 in MLS is a decent pick, and then he's got more MLS. He's got DC United -0.5 at +107, Toronto FC +0.5 at +102, and the Red Bulls -1.25 at +107. Those are Al Mack's plays, and Al Mack's been hitting hard in soccer.
Oh my God, dude! And Angel Romero. Hey Jim, can you take over this show for a few? Angel Romero just hit us up with some Mexican soccer picks of the day. Tigres money line -155. Cruz Azul money line +150, and Copa that's in the Mexican League. Cruz Azul +150 and Tigres money line -155. Shout out to Angel Romero. What an unbelievable bowing down to Angel Romero, bowing down to Nostra Tota, bowing down to everyone. Kobe Valentine, Tom Marino, Tomor King, Rail Native Queen, everyone. Jimmy the Bag, take it over while I make my plays here. Okay?
Wow. So he says best play today based on return would be Cruz Azul money line.
Yeah, they're a good team. I've already tailed them on a couple of Cruz Azul plays recently as well. Also,
he loves La Equidad.
He does.
105.
Oh, again. Okay. All right. Why don't you, Jim, if you don't mind, I'm looking. Where is Mexico? Come on. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, Jimmy the Bag. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Sorry, this is not good content. Watching us making it's
not. No, I mean, I think it's fine. Fine. Oh man, King Rail, Sunny Vegas still in Vegas. They're gonna hook up for dinner tomorrow.
No
way. I wish I never left. And Nutflush16 said the wife said, when are we going to Costa Rica? It's time to hook that up. Ed Rush already giving us a heads up. Miami up 1-0. Corey Valentine liking Cincinnati +1.5 and Pittsburgh +1.5. Top 2 plays tonight.
Okay, Cruz Azul. Why don't you take care of the show while I make some decisions here, Jim, if you don't mind?
With pleasure. Twatty Latte says Pete's pet squirrel is named $2.80. Al Mack says Tigres -1 at +109 is a gift.
Tigres, yes. And he also likes La Equidad. I'm seeing that here right now, -110. He likes La Equidad as well.
When does that Tigres game go off?
8:30 Eastern time. Oh, the Tigres game.
Yeah.
I think, let me see. Where is the Tigres? I don't know, Jim. Well, don't forget, we are doing entertainment right now. We are doing it.
Alejandro Blanco got Cruz Azul at +147. Oscar Sanchez, another great guy that we got to hang out with, says USC hasn't covered a big spread in a long time. Tomer says college football start should be good tomorrow. We'll have that on both shows. We're ready to go to town. I'm gonna start with just a $100 unit size on college football. Start nice and easy and not make too many plays early. But there can be big advantages. Alejandro Blanco says 8 p.m. Eastern, Jimmy.
Yeah, the Tigres game starts at 8 p.m.
So that's 6 p.m. our time. Okay,
yes,
sweet.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm gonna make that. And do Angel Romero? Are you finally on Twitter yet? Let us know if you're finally on Twitter. Red Girl did go with the New York Red Bulls. Twatty Latte says Pete takes a zip line to work. Is that true? Through the trees?
Yes, it is true. It is true, Jim.
Around the monkeys?
All right, now I am. Why don't you here? I'm betting we should not be doing this. This is like an unboxing video. It's like but people do watch unboxing videos, so maybe they would want to watch us actually just enter in bets. Hard to imagine, but Jimmy the Bag, I just want to make a few bets right now before
Parlay Poppy. Yeah, make the bets.
Thank you very much.
Take it, Parlay Poppy taking Sox, Yanks under 5.5 first 5, expecting Lopez and CC to have nice starts. John Garcia saying college football, A&T +7 might win outright. College football, A&T +7.
Yes, one thing I'm going to try to do, and no guarantees, but I'm going to try my best to do as much handicapping of the FCS games as I possibly can, because those games have big value. You know what I'm saying, Jim?
Yeah.
A lot of people ignore them because it's hard to, you have to dig deep and they have to start from scratch with a lot of your research, but they definitely can have some big value. And I'm going to do my best to dig into some of the FCS games and see if I can find some edges there.
DJ
sure.
Big Boss likes UCF -23.5. That's an interesting spot. I'm curious to see what Heupel is capable of with Frost out. I need to study Connecticut, and that's what I'm going to be doing after this spot. I know they're going to have a ton of freshmen in the lineup, 6 on defense alone, coming up for 3-9 season. I know UCF's offense is going to be as dominant as ever. The big question, obviously, surrounds their defense. Big losses there. Griffin, Pittman, Hughes, huge losses, a linebacker, and a cornerback. That's hurt, and I'm going to study that more. But I wrote down that what you're on, Big Boss, UCF -23, and I like it. Salty Dog 93 says that is North Carolina's AT&T versus East Carolina. East Carolina lost to James Madison last year. That's another little note that I will add from Salty Dog, because I'm not leaving this office until at least tomorrow's all finished. And then we got Friday, and Friday's going to be very tough. Friday, thankfully, the card is soft, but sadly, Saturday we got 140 games.
Yeah, cover whatever you want to cover, Jim. We'll catch as much as we possibly can, and no big deal if we miss some stuff.
Parlay Poppy says if anyone does Champions League, please research Zenit St. Petersburg. This is a team on an unreal high scoring streak. Big bet tomorrow on over 3 at +112.
Zenit.
Yeah, the over 3 at +112. Very interesting, Parlay Poppy. I'm going to lock that shit down.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, I'm back, baby. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at some comments. Let's look at anything coming up here. Let's see. What do we have here? DJ Big Boss, how about an annual low bagger bash in Costa Rica for March Madness? Hell yeah, that would be awesome.
The problem with, if we're going to do a bash here, is I think that it shouldn't be done in the high season down here when everything's so expensive. I think we should come down. No, I mean, it's up to you guys. But, I mean, if we come down in the low season, it's cheap. Like, everything is so cheap. And I think that's now I know it is the rainy season. We can figure it out better.
Yeah, we definitely can. Antoine Seymour saying, anyone like an Alabama -24.5. That's an interesting game. I'm going to look into that a little bit closer to kickoff. But the bartender at the IFBC told all of us, myself down south, Booyah, a few other guys there, told all of us, take Alabama -24.5 or 25. So yes, Antoine Seymour, does anyone like Bama to cover 24.5? The bartender at the Golden Nugget at the IFBC definitely liked it, and he said he was going to put a few grand on it himself, which is
Caleb Ford, one of our ACC experts in Twatty Latte, said he's going to help out. Caleb Ford.
Awesome. And Angel Romero says Zenith is a solid pick for tomorrow. I'm on that. Thanks.
Oh, beautiful.
So Parlay Poppy and both Angel Romero liking Zenith St. Petersburg.
+3 at a big line.
Yes.
That's enough for me. Caleb Ford, East Carolina will give up like 45 a game on defense this year. Their defense is an abomination.
Okay.
East Carolina will give up 40. Flipper 13 says, I love Louisville. John Roy says we should do it in March or April. You know what? I'm fine if we can do that. We can do that in the high season. It just it would be very cheap if we did it like now.
Yeah.
We don't want to do it at IFBC, around IFBC, but anytime like May on until mid-December, it's cheap. Twatty Latte and Flipper are on Louisville.
Wow, and Mohamed Joma, Mohamed Joma, college football, Louisville getting 25 to getting 24.5, easy play. Wow. Mohamed Joma, loving Mohamed Joma. Who else? Latte and who else?
And Flipper.
And Flipper, all going against the bartender from the IFBC. Whom do you trust more, Jim?
These guys. You have to ask? Yes.
He seemed pretty confident, that bartender guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm kidding around. Yeah, I haven't looked at that game at all. Alabama's a tricky team this year. I definitely feel like I'm downgrading Alabama just a teeny tick. Now, that doesn't put them out of the top 3.
Parlay Poppy says, don't know if I can trust the bartender at the Golden Nugget.
All right, let's see. Molly
Nose coming in. Old Dominion -6 over Liberty.
And here you go. Gustavo Ceja Lerma says Cruz Azul, best team in the Mexican League by far, and Atlas the worst team by far. Interesting.
Doma, Flipper, Twadi, Louisville. Okay. Alejandro Blanco says you don't mess with Bama on opening day. Brian Manning, Hawaii over. Play of the weekend, Houston minus 25.5. What do you think of Houston minus 25.5? God, I've got so much work.
Who are they playing?
I've got to go over it.
I can't remember whom Houston is playing, but all right. So let's.
Al Max says I agree. Fade Bama this year.
Yeah. I'm just not sure. I mean, they're still Alabama. I'm just not exactly. We'll see what the lines are, you know. And you know, the thing is that I'm a little bit down on Louisville, I think, but I'm not sure. I have to look into that one for sure. Nolly Knowles likes Old Dominion over Liberty -6.
Von Polo, I like Louisville. Mohamed Joma, Saban does not cover out of conference.
Yeah, that's true. Unless he has something to prove, you know, it's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. But and so Sana says, as Angel Romero, just Cruz Azul money line. No, he likes also what was the other one? Tigres, UNAL Tigres, and he also likes La Equidad.
Yes,
La
that's right.
Equidad.
Von Polo says East Carolina will not win more than one game this year. Book it. Wow.
And I think that UTEP will probably is also a good bet on the team total, on the season win total under as well.
Mohamed Joma says Joe Lisi likes Louisville outright.
Really?
That's
wow.
wild. That's wild.
Wow.
Twadi Latte says Rice will score very few points. Von Polo's got 500 on Louisville. David Hutton says Bama lost entire secondary. Fade them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they replace it with, there's some Alabama and the Patriots this year are both teams that I am looking to fade. I have already faded the Pats on week 1. I got 7. Remember, people were talking about how that line was going to get bet up. It's actually down to 6 now. Houston Texans against the Pats. Now down to 6. I got 7. You know, so we'll see. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to?
And that was a big note from Whale Capper, right?
Yeah.
In the conference was he's going to fade the Patriots the first 4 weeks of the year.
Oh, really? Did he say that? I was already in general looking to fade the Pats. I gave their season win total under 11.5 as a pick. That's already an official pick of mine. You remember that, Jim? Under 11.5. Yeah.
I really liked Whale Capper. Red Girl said, Jimmy, Kobe just put out the plays. I retweeted your plays today, Red Girl. I got a good look at them, and I like your props for sure. Let's see.
All right, we do have to wrap this shit up, Jimmy the Bag. Anything else you want to throw on here?
Meniketti says October would be good for Costa Rica Bash. We can talk about that. DJ Big Boss says Bama breeds beast.
Yeah, I mean, there's still Alabama, and it's still Nick Saban, but, you know. Yeah.
Von Polo got Texans at plus 8.5.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Teacher says Rice always shit. Can also fade my school, Texas State. They trash. And it's versus Rutgers on Saturday.
All right, I'm just going to quickly look at the no-inning score prop, the no-run scored prop in the, Tampa Bay Atlantis minus 112. Really? The big question here is just how is Newcomb going to do? His last start was not good. Is he going to bounce back? I think probably yes, but, you know, Newcomb, I'm sorry, no, it was off a good start, but against a weak lineup. Yeah, he's off a great start, but against a weak lineup.
With the extra rest. And
Right. But he was struggling before. Before that, he was struggling. Got extra rest. And is off a great start, but it was against a weak lineup.
Caleb Ford, Louisville will finish no higher than 4th in the ACC Atlantic. I want to see how Pass does at QB. Alabama did lose their entire dime package. Bama usually comes out strong week 1, however. That's a copy and post from Caleb. Von Polo says Alabama whole team is NFL ready. Very, very interesting stuff. We got just a huge season in front of us.
Yes.
Twadi wore a spyglasses while he was in Vegas night one.
Really?
Was filming everything.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right, I'm going to make one more play. This might be a hasty mistake here, but I'm going to put no score in the first inning, Tampa Bay Atlanta at just minus 112. I'll throw that one in there. No score first in Tampa Bay and Atlanta, and that's going to be just minus 112. Although I feel really nervous about Newcomb here. I like Castillo.
How long is Castillo going to be in there?
Yeah, just like 2 innings. But you know, and I'm thinking about taking a shot with Tampa Bay minus 1. Other people were saying they like Tampa Bay today, right?
Yeah. There was more love for Tampa Bay.
And why did you say you didn't like? Because just the Braves have been so good at home. They're just a quality team.
No, it's just that day after day after day of bullpen days. I think you get hurt on day 3.
Yeah. I think you're right, Jim. I think that's very, very smart there, Jim.
I want to take the Braves. When's that game start? 4 minutes?
It is, no, it's 7:30. But I am adding on no score in the first inning, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, minus 112. That's the current line of Pinnacle. So once again, these are the plays that we have added in addition to all the tails that we did of Nostratota's minor league plays and Angel Romero's soccer plays. Jim has added San Francisco Giants, first half money line, plus 109. Baltimore, full game money line, plus 101. I've added Philly, minus 1 at even money, and no score in the first inning, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, minus 112, in addition to all my other picks. Leans that I got. Shot with Cincinnati at minus 1 would be a lean. Baltimore minus 1 would be a lean. Cincinnati first 5 innings team total over would be a lean. Unders in the Dodgers-Texas game would be a lean, and I might tweet out something like that later on. Pulling back the Pittsburgh-St. Louis under would be a lean, but I'll roll with that. And that is it.
Okay, you know, I wanted to take the Braves, but I just feel like it's a dangerous spot. A very dangerous spot against just fading the Rays is just dangerous. Just, if you did that every day, you'd be weighed down. I know that you like Castillo, and reasonably so. 3.23 ERA, 1.05 WHIP, but it's just too many bullpen days in a row. What would I get on the Braves?
On the Braves, you know, minus 125 or something.
All right, I'm adding them.
You want that? Oh no, I'm sorry, minus 130.
Let's just take a quick lineup look, and this will be the last thing I'll do today.
Okay, quick lineup look.
Adames,
Jim's making a decision here.
Duffy. Duffy's hot right now. Cron, Wendell, Gomez, Kiermaier, Sucre, and then Castillo against Acuna, Inciarte, Freeman, Marquez, Camargo. Albies down to the 6th spot, struggling. Flowers, Swanson, Newcomb. Take the Braves under, says Von Polo. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna take the Braves full game.
You want it?
Yeah.
All right, minus 130. So Jim is adding on Atlanta money line. That is minus 130 right now. The best line there, minus 130 Atlanta money line, and Jim's on that one.
Yeah, I like it. And Jim Rome Seduce says Mr. Larry in the desert in Vegas on peyote. Actually.
Is he here?
He's right here.
Does he have a pick?
Yeah, he's ready to go.
All right, and on that note, let's wrap it up on that note. Let's see what lucrative Larry back from Vegas has for us. Here he comes, looking pretty looking pretty hip, looking a little bit, wow, look at this.
Looking still drunk.
In the Navy. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Little Greenwich Village style there. Pride Month, baby, Pride Week.
Brought you a gift.
Pride Life.
Brought you a gift.
Okay.
Ring for Sex, Las Vegas.
You guys have a lot of sexes, so yeah. Heading to the Europa League qualifying. FC Astana over FC Apoel Nicosia at minus 118 at Bet365. Let me tell you.
Very nice.
Let me tell
Lucrative
you.
Larry.
Lucrative Larry on FC Astana,
Okay.
minus 118.
Look at this shit back from
Well,
Vegas. No. Oh.
Well.
No. Oh, why? There was some kind of joke there?
It's Ring for Sex.
Oh, I know, but not every time. It's just like ring and you might go. Is it? It's like, and then you have to.
We're about to get fucked.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe proverbially. Maybe metaphorically.
Okay. Well, do you want Larry or Freddie?
No, I'll make that decision afterwards, Jim. All right. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that. All right. That is it. Ooh, what a show. What a week. We'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, 12 o'clock Eastern time, everyone.